Hey everybody, it's Chainsaw Reacts back once again with another reaction. Today, guys, of course, we are continuing Supergirl Season 5. This is Supergirl Season 5, Episode 3, entitled Blurred Lines. It sounds like a song title, I think it is. Anyways, not the point. Since I'm reacting to Supergirl today, I decided to wear my Supergirl-inspired Chainsaw Reacts logo shirt, which I think is pretty awesome. I launched merch a couple days ago. You guys probably know that by now. But if you guys want to check out my merch, link in the description. Also probably up here somewhere. There's probably a note or a card or whatever saying check out the merch. So if you guys want to check out this Supergirl logo along with Arrow, Flash, and also another logo as well, make sure to check out my merch when you can or right now. That'd be awesome. But anyways, Supergirl Season 5. I think overall, start was pretty good. The first two episodes were pretty solid. I feel like in the premiere, they kind of pushed more about Lena is so angry at Kara, who's also Supergirl. And then, after all these years of saying, when is Kara just gonna tell Lena? She does in the premiere. But they were heavily pushing that whole thing of where she wanted to get back at Kara and put her through the pain that she did or whatever for what Kara did to Lena. So I thought, okay, that's the direction they're going. But then in the second episode, they revealed Miss Tasmaka, who was not captured by Leviathan, which was my theory. She was actually captured by Lena, and that this thing that Lena created was basically a version of Gideon, if you will, kind of, not really. But she was talking to it like it's another person, and then that fused with Miss Tasmaka, and now they've become one. And she wants to help humanity and help them from not cheat and lie and all this crap anymore. I'm like, well, now the scope has now gotten bigger for Lena. Okay, we've also went into more about Jean's brother and how he actually betrayed his own kind, worked with a white Martian. We actually saw a white Martian, and they're diving more into Miss Rojas or whatever her name is, and the guy that she hired. Which the guy that she hired, he's an asshole, but also he helps and volunteers to help feed the poor. So, okay, there's something good there. Not really sure I'm not really sure too much more about what they're doing in the show so far, except for setting up some crap with the at Kara's work with her new boss being a piece of shit, which I hate her. Other than that, I mean, it just seems like business as usual. But I'm waiting for some big holy shit thing to happen besides what Lena's doing. The next to go, okay, this is what the season's about. Because we have a new suit. And of course, we're focusing a lot on this new technology. So maybe that's the direction. But I mean, they teased Leviathan. So when are they coming into play? So anyways, guys, here we go. The third episode of Season 5 of Supergirl. Let's go. I figured something was up with her tattoos.
Transmitter you duplicated from the Obsidian contacts uses an ocular interface. Since you modeled it directly into the brain,
graceful arcs across her brow.
She's like, oh yeah, because he's doing poems and shit, right?
People love to read about death. It reminds them that they're alive, and it gives them the pleasure of Schadenfreude. I like it.
Dr. Niles Jarrett, a health tech billionaire, recently discovered deceased in a
nightclub
bathroom.
Wait a minute. I know that guy.
Sentimental tribe just pitched us as a category of its own. Trash.
How dare you? William's right. A dead scientist is not sparkly.
And there's no substantive story.
Why? Kara needs to just quit.
How do you know there's
and Nia too. She's like, Oh, let me tip down to see the heart there.
Isn't messing with memories dangerous?
No, I believe that
probably
storing lost memories through dreams should be safe because I will be finding them myself in an organic way. If I can truly understand what happened, I might be able to stop them.
That's a good point, but this might not end well. What?
Fancy, Olsen.
It's crazy to see him in here.
It's so cool.
I didn't hear anything about him being in the show. Yeah, that's not creepy. The turnaround is like...
You brought me coffee eclairs from Café Rue Sorette on the Champs-Elysees? I know that you're
oh.
the cappuccinos. Did you really go
I was
to
like, what the hell was that?
To tell you the truth, I haven't had the easiest time of it since Lex.
Well.
I've been having nightmares. I try not to sleep. The government government has confiscated all of Lex's possessions, his
Just
technologies, his
using
weapons,
this.
even his childhood journals.
Well, that's ridiculous. My lawyer said I would never get them out of Fort Summit. Well, I could get them for you.
God, don't be ridiculous.
The journals
She just went through the
weren't
whole
taken
spiel about.
seriously.
If I read
They're
them,
only locked
I'd
up
feel
due to
better.
technicality.
Come on,
I could
Kara.
go and get them and no.
Thank you.
It's all a farce. She's lying to her face.
It may taste a little weird. It's a Martian herb which aids in the connection of minds.
No, it's great.
It's great, yeah.
I don't understand. What is this? Why are they in human form?
Your memories are being filtered through my subconscious in a way that makes sense to me.
It's to save money on CG.
Malefic, you go now.
Okay. So he doesn't remember this at all?
Cannot connect to the hive mind.
He can't do it.
Ah. Damn.
Where are we going, Papa?
Where no one can hurt you, miss.
I'll be good. I promise.
Our God will never forsake you. Malefic, I love you.
Just left him in that room.
One day you will return home to us. Ronvir's not my salvation, brother. They are.
Damn.
In my father's anguish, he must have wiped both our memories.
I was waiting for that part. Okay, when's it gonna happen?
As fascinated as I am by a dead guy with a tattooed heart, I'm far more interested in hearing about your lunch with Lena. How did
I
it
thought
go?
you said drink wine.
Great. Entails breaking into a secure army facility and stealing Lex Luthor's journals. What?
Yeah, that little
Kara, are
detail.
you out of your mind? That's Dr. Jared with William Day. What would
Uh-huh. So that opening scene of them talking, and there's that girl.
zoom in?
Now there's a reason why they showed it.
I'm not the same person I was before. Afghanistan. took
You're literally
something
a
from me.
completely different person.
Something
You're actually a
in me.
Martian.
The office will thin out in an hour, and I'll sneak you in later. We'll start with a diagnostic.
That's not very good for you just getting hired.
Is there something you wanted to tell me?
Stop with the poems.
Now, meet.
Love that suit. Love it.
So somebody hired her to kill Jared.
Yeah, but who?
Yeah.
Why? Well, someone went a long way to cover her tracks.
Who could have done
Not
it?
far enough.
Spider-Woman?
Yeah, I came prepared.
Nice. Ooh. They did say she's pretty good at hand-to-hand combat. How convenient they have that there.
Our people need you. I need you. Ronvir, forgive me.
He's the one who does it.
It was me.
I'm sorry.
Interesting turn of events. He does it to himself and his father.
Your father was heartbroken. You saved him.
But
What I did for myself.
but I understand his point, but what he did to help, he saved his father. You saved your father, man.
Speak of what you saw.
Dr. Stern, we have reason to believe that you are the target of an assassination.
Damn, that was quick.
You were really starting to bug me.
I get it.
You're him.
Yeah. Okay. It's so convenient they have that gun.
What are you doing to me?
This is the power that the Phantom Zone took from me.
Oh.
Power to control your mind.
Freeze!
Freeze! Kill me.
He's trying to kill me. Jesus. It was that quick from easy to get out.
You can see me?
Oh.
She can see him, even when he shapeshifted.
Well, she can see him.
So now she has another purpose on the show.
You should leave tonight.
Dang. Kicking her off the show for a bit?
That you mean well. I know where you're coming from.
He just tries too hard on the same things. He just keeps repeating the same thing over and over and over and over.
You asked me to be myself. To be completely myself with you.
Mm-hmm.
Now you tell me you don't want that.
Oh.
I can...
Brady.
She didn't mean to... She didn't want to break up with him. What's this? I can't believe she stole those for her.
I was too open and too trusting.
Maybe it's not so bad and it'll all work out. It worked out with me and Lena.
It didn't.
I hope so.
You think so? And I hate the fact that she believes that everything's okay with Lena, and it's not. Well, that's convenient. There you have it, guys. Supergirl Season 5, Episode 3. Interesting. Overall, this episode, I feel, was... Overall, looking at everything and not just picking out individual things I like or I think it could have been better or dislike, episode was solid. Yeah, solid. Where do we begin? Let's talk about the fact that... Here's what I love so much. You know... There's a lot of times when a show gets a guest star or something, they announce it. I did not hear anything about Sean Astin in Supergirl until he showed up. Like, saw the picture, I'm like, what? And then he shows up, and of course, it's not actually, well, it's him, but it's Jean's brother. Malefic, or how you pronounce it, I'm going to say it was Jean's brother. So he's playing Sean Astin, well, whoever the character is on the show. And so, it's quite surprised by that. It was nice to see him for a little bit on... So maybe that's hinting at the real version of that character, Sean Astin, showing back up again, not being played by a Martian, but he's actually playing the real character. Maybe. Or maybe that was just a one-off thing they got him for an episode. Interesting. Very, very interesting. So, let's talk about the villain of the week, which, I was like, is this tying into something bigger? And maybe it is. I'm not really sure. Wow. Out there. What the hell? What the fuck? I think I'm dying, guys. Anyways, that was kind of fucking gross, probably. Anyways, we're going to move forward. Jesus. Villain of the week. Spider-Girl. Spider-Woman. Something. I don't really know. It said she's an alien, or the thing that the tattoos are on her they are aliens, and she was like a former soldier or Marine or something. I don't know. But all I remember... Good with hand-to-hand combat, and then when she fought freaking Guardian, which I make sure I get Guardian and not Spartan, because Spartan is Arrow, so I had to get those two mixed up, because like the Guardian's probably just the names pretty similar. So she kicked the crap out of him, and it was really funny because she kept like flinging webs like Spider-Man, and then she used a web, strapped on Supergirl, and then dropped down, was pulling on it. It was pulling on Supergirl, and she's like wrapped up, she's like, ah! I'm thinking, it's fucking Spider-Man, kinda. Not really, but it is, kinda is. Interesting way to have a villain of the week, because, you know, usually villain of the week, they're okay. I feel like this was just like too close to a Spider-Man, just too close to something that I'm already familiar with. You know what I'm saying? But hey, I guess they had to do something, because I mean, I feel like what they've been doing is that. I'm like, who's the main villain? And they've kind of been hinting, and I hadn't really gotten clicked. Oh yeah, Jean's brother. He's the main villain, it seems, of Season 5. Or at least it's implied. But when they ended Season 4, they were like, Leviathan. I'm like, well then, okay, where the fuck's Leviathan? And I thought Miss Tasmaka getting kidnapped in the first episode was indication of Leviathan. It was actually Lena. So I'm like, where the fuck is Leviathan? They mention it one time in Episode 2, and that's it. So where's Leviathan? Your guess is as good as mine. So... They actually gave purpose to James's sister. Another purpose. Besides, because I was mentioning this before, and I'll mention it again. My fear was that when they announced her for Season 5 regular, I'm like, well, she better not be just James's sister, and she better not just be Alex's new girlfriend. Now they gave her a new job under this new character who now owns Catgo. And now they added the thing where she can actually see him shape-shifting. Another interesting purpose for her to be on the show. And then they throw her off the show for a good amount. Her and James are gone. Now, I don't know if this is James's exit, because I feel like that they would have had a proper goodbye. They're going to have a proper goodbye for him. This is not his exit from the show. So I wonder if they're going to bring them back next week, or maybe he finds them. I'm not really sure. But that is interesting. They give her this really interesting purpose. She can actually see him shapeshifting. She knows where he is now because this connection, and then they kick her off the show. Bye-bye. Get away for a bit until we bring you back for a story purpose. Okay. Miss Rojas is terrible. I hate her. And honestly, it's gotten to the point now where I'm actually disliking the episodes a tiny bit because the fact that she's on the show. And there's and I mentioned this before, I'll mention it again. There's a difference between a character written for a show and you're supposed to hate them because the showrunner and the writers want you to hate the character. They want you to dislike the character. And then the character being written terribly, and then you hate the character when they don't want you to hate the character, but you do. There's a difference. In this instance, she's written to be hateable. You're supposed to hate her, but it makes me so angry because they're over the top hammering it in your head. She is a terrible person. And I was using that same analogy, hammering the same point over and over in the Batwoman review before this one. But it's the same thing. The hammering part in about you hate Ms. Rojas. You gotta hate her. And I hate her. It's making me dislike the parts because I'm like, Kara, why are you still here? I know because Kara's like trying to fight against her because she's like, I'm going to fight every step of the way to get my point across, to get my stories out. Okay, understandable, but Kara, at some point, you and Nia too have to get the fuck out of Catco. You got to drop it. Jesus. Hopefully that's the case. I got to know what's going on with this William or whatever his name is, this other guy they introduced. I don't know. I don't care enough about him to know his name, but whatever. I don't know. Last thing, which is probably the most important thing, besides the reveal that Jean actually was the one who mind-wiped himself and his dad about his brother. Because they kept pushing on like, well, I don't have a brother, because he's the one who did it. And they kind of showed that maybe his dad did it. So, maybe my dad's anguish, like, it wiped both of our memories. No, he actually did it himself and did it to his dad to save his dad. Even though he's seeing it as, I betrayed my dad, I betrayed myself, I did it for selfish reasons. You did it to save your dad, because your dad was he didn't want to be around anymore. You know, he made a tough call. Anyways, last thing, which I really should have mentioned first, but whatever. Lena. I'm getting a little annoyed that they're hammering. In fact, that hammering, that Kara's like, well, me and Lena are great now. Me and Lena are great. And I'm going to break in to this base and steal these freaking journals that you shouldn't be stealing, because that's a crime. She committed a crime. She stole property for Lena. And Lena lied about it. And Lena, God, she is really playing up this, oh, I need to read the journals and I'll feel better. Hearing Lex's voice. God, Kara, why? Because just Kara wants to believe that everything's okay, and it's not okay. It's not okay, Kara. You're smarter than this. You are a journalist. You're really good at your job. You should be able to see that Lena is lying to you, and Lena is using you now. I really hope she picks this up soon, because I'm going to get sick of beating over the head. Kara's like, well, me and Lena are great. And Lena just keeps lying and using Kara as Supergirl to do stuff that she's not supposed to do, but she's doing it to help a friend. She's like, there's no boundaries with you, Lena. I'll do anything for you. That's what she's basically saying. Kara. Come on, Kara. You gotta figure this shit out. That's my thoughts. Overall, solid. Definitely intrigued to see what happens in the next episode. We saw Spider-Girl, Spider-Woman, whatever. But I'm curious where we go from here, because I'm not really sure where we go from here exactly. But interesting stuff turning up, so I'll definitely be intrigued to see what happens next episode. So there you have it, guys. Curious to know what you guys thought about this episode. What were some of your highlights? What were some of your disappointments? Some things you didn't like? Whatever thoughts you have about this episode of Supergirl, let me know in the comment section below, guys. I will talk to you guys soon. Peace out.